How's it going, guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and I'm back with episode number 2 of the and improved Toasty Cribs. Now, we're going to go back through 3 more setups that was submitted by you, our fan base, and we're going to go through, review the setups, and talk a little bit about them. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Alright guys, so the first setup that was sent to us by Payton. Now, Payton here is a 13-year-old, and he has built a total of 3 PCs, which is pretty impressive for his age, I'll give him that. As you can tell, he has one Xbox One, a NES, and a PC, obviously. My mouse and keyboard are just generic, waiting till birthday for upgrades. Perfect time. My PC specs are a 2500K at 3.3 GHz, non-overclocked, 8 gigs of RAM, Windows 7, a GTX 750, a motherboard, a random MSI board. Hard drive is a 1.5 terabyte hard drive. Monitor, a TV. He's waiting for a birthday to get a better monitor. Okay. Power supply 550 watts, and his Windows analysis is 7.5. When he turns VSync off, he can run Minecraft out, maxed out at 450 frames per second. So let's go through the pictures here real quick. This is his TV, I guess. He's using it as his monitor. You can see the Nest down there, and then his PC. It looks like a basic Vizio TV, pretty basic. There's your little stand for your keyboard and mouse, basic stuff right there. Your Xbox One. There's the Nest, which is pretty cool to have a Nest on your setup. I kind of like that. There's your PC. Cable management's decent, just nothing special. I can't really tell much from the pictures, but decently it looks pretty nice. If I would recommend you do some cleaning up a little bit, cable management a little bit better, and once you get a monitor, have an actual desk or something to set stuff up on. If you're playing games like that on like your lap or whatever, I think that's how you're doing this setup. It's kind of odd. I know my brother used to do it that way, but I don't know how he managed to do that, but that's something you can improve. Get a desk or something to put stuff on and have an actual stable setup. Then use your TV as like a second monitor. I would upgrade to Windows 8.1, not 8.1, Windows 10. Where am I? I'm back in the olden days. I would upgrade to Windows 10, but like I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't stick with Windows 7 anymore. Like it's not that bad. Like Windows 10 is worth the upgrade. Just my personal opinion, but you don't have to listen to me. But I would rate this setup a let's think of a number, maybe like a 6.5, because there's not an actual desk. You could do a lot of improvements to the actual setup itself still. You're missing some things that you need to upgrade, but it's a solid 6.5. So thanks for submitting your setup, man. Alright guys, so the next setup we're going to review is from Robin. Robin is 14 years old and is from the Netherlands. He got a pre-built PC and it upgraded its specs later. He has 2 monitors, one is bad but one works fine for him. He built his desk by himself actually, so that's awesome. I built this desk by myself too, so it's a pretty nice like adventure type thing to be a little more flexible with how you want your desk built. His specs, his monitor is a Samsung 1080p monitor, not going to read specifics here. His keyboard is a Genesis R11 keyboard. His mouse is a wireless mouse, Microsoft wireless mouse. His headset is a Sadie's SA901. You have a bunch of stuff I've never even heard of, man. Computer specs. The processor is an AMD A10 7800. His video card is a 750 Ti. RAM is an 8 gigabytes of 1866 megahertz RAM, and hard drive is a Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte. Sorry for the bad pictures, did it with my phone, and sorry for bad English. You are all right, man. You expressed yourself very well. Good job. So we're gonna go through the pictures. Let's see, what do we got here? If I can get my iPad to load. Okay, so your desk is really nice. I'm actually impressed with that desk. It has like an L-shaped type. And it looks like you have it very clean. For the stuff that you have component-wise, it looks very clean. Like, I'm impressed with that. Cable management, there's barely any cables to be seen. Let's scroll over to the next one. Beautiful cable management running down behind the desk. You can't even tell where the cables are coming from outside. If you had a higher quality setup, it would look really good. You got really great cable management with it all wrapped around and hidden like that. That's something I praise highly about. Case cable management, I mean, you have a pre-built, so I can't really say much. But I would eventually advise you to upgrade and do like a, you know, just you could almost just switch all that stuff into another case if you wanted to, and upgrade the cooler on that, and do whatever you want. The processor's fine. That's a good processor to start with, and you could do pretty much good gaming with it. It just depends what you want to do with this system. Overall, I'd rate this system, let's see, I'd give it an 8.5, mainly because of cable management. In this series, we don't really rate based on performance and specs. We base it on my personal opinion and overall aesthetics of the setup. If it looks really clean, you're going to get a lot of ratings, even if you have some old dual-core CPU, like, PC piece of crap on there. If it's like really clean, you're gonna get a high rating. So I'm gonna give you an 8.5. This is one of the cleanest setups I've seen so far. Really nice cable management. Improvement wise, you can do better monitors eventually in the future, but that's stuff that like you just can't really afford, so I understand. So thank you, Robin, for submitting in your setup, and we are on to the last setup of this episode of Toasty Cribs. Now, the last setup was submitted by Anthony Tech, and I've seen Anthony Tech comment on a lot of videos on our channel. He's been a really good viewer to our channel, so I give him a lot of props because he's been a very great supporter of ours. So thank you, Anthony, for commenting on all our videos. His camera skills aren't so great. Whatever, man. We don't really care about that. But we're going to go through his specs. So he has a Pentium G3258. Used to be at 4 GHz, but downclocked because you had unsafe temps, so you're down to 3.2. Still operable. An Asus motherboard, 8 gigs of RAM at 1600 megahertz. We got a GTX 750 Ti, another 750 Ti. Seems to be a popular trend in this Toasty Cribs. A CX430M power supply and a Western Digital Blue 1TB drive with an SSD, 120 gigs. Assuming that's going to be your boot drive, so nice option there, getting a boot drive. Monitor is an LG Flatron W2340 and some random Dynex TV. I used to have the system like that. I remember quoting it just like that whenever I posted my setup anymore. I had a random Dynex TV as my other monitor. That's great, man. Keyboard, mouse, headphone, mouse pad. You got a Razer Black Widow Chroma, Razer Naga Hex, or Razer Kraken Chroma, and a blue Snowball with a pop filter. Got a Razer boy up in here. So we're going to go through the pictures. Let me make sure there's anything else I missed. I know he sent me more emails. Okay, he sent me better pictures. Okay, here we go. So we'll go through the first image here. It's kind of dark, you can't really tell, but you can see his Chroma keyboard right there in his monitor. He's running Windows 10. You see his mouse pad with the Razer mouse, the Razer Vespula. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then we got the case. It looks like you're rocking a red theme here. Can't really tell what's going on in that other photo. It's really, I can't see anything. So I'm just going to skip over that one. Next one, it looks like we have a blue Snowball with the blue pop filter. That's something I need to get from my setup here because the popping noises probably driving people insane, but I've been too lazy to buy a pop filter, guys. I'm sorry. But here's the best shot of his overall desk. This is the one that I can look at. So we got the Dynex TV and the monitor. Then it looks like a very clean setup. You don't really show much of like underneath the desk. Well, so you might be hiding something. I don't know. But overall, it's pretty clean. Like, I like the setup. It's a little cramped for my style, but if that's all the space you got, you basically made the most of it. What I would do, I can't really give much advice on this because it's a very basic setup and I can't see much of the setup, but like, I personally like it. Maybe if you have more space, add another monitor. Maybe if you want to do some more customization to get a bigger desk, stuff like that. That's all I'd recommend. Overall, it's a nice system. From what I can see in the images and overall specs, I would rate it an 8. It's a solid 8. It's a nice setup. Pretty basic gaming PC, does the job for gaming, and it looks pretty nice also. So thank you, Anthony, for submitting your setup. And thank you guys again for all the submissions this week. It's been a really nice amount of submissions. If we get 3 submissions by every week, I plan on making a Toasty Cribs every week. So please submit those setups to me. Sorry, I'm having a rough day. Please submit those setups to me. I will load them up on my iPad and we'll go right through reviewing your setup. So please submit them at toastycribs@gmail.com. I highly recommend it if you want your setup to be shown off. I can also plug in your YouTube channel if you really want to. I'll give out free advertising. But thank you guys again for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like this video, and check out all of other content.